me solo tonight. Mark is out. I'm actually back. We both just recently came back from having surgeries for something that begins with an H. He had a hip. I had two hernias. Who knew? We thought it was just one, but as you know, things come in pairs. But tonight, in episode 6 here, for month number 8, we're a little behind here filming, is we're going to be talking about lab work, getting your lab work done. You can do it yourself. You can have Titan Medical set you up with some lab work. Once you get those lab numbers, you're going to want to give them into Titan Medical so they can look at your metabolic panel and they can read what the results are and see where they need to make changes. Now, some of you might have tuned in, some of you might have tuned out. During the month of June, around June 1st, something happened. I was starting on my regimen. I was doing the enclomiphene every other day. I was doing the anastrozole every other day. And then something happened. I hit a wall. I didn't know what it was. I know I stopped taking my happy juice. I actually gave some of it away to a friend of mine. And then, I don't know, I went to the gym and I felt so lethargic, so like, hey, I just didn't want to do anything, no energy. I don't know about the libido, but just not there. And then all of a sudden, I ran into a friend at the gym. I actually helped build the house. And he said, don't take the anastrozole for a week. See how that does. And sure as you know what, I stopped taking that and boom, I felt the best. I felt great. I was able to go, walk through walls, whatever, pound concrete with my hands. And I just felt so good. And then I had my numbers done and checked in July. So for that first week in June was bad. Second week without the anastrozole. Third week in June back on the regimen, but I went twice a week instead of every other day. And then my results here, which I'm going to show and share with you on my screen, you're going to be able to see this. We are looking for pictures. Here we are. So my estradiol, which is an indicator of estrogen, was a little high. It's 43, should have been 39, should have been less. I also just got done with my doctor visit with Titan Medical. They were able to look at and give me advice. So we have the answer to this. And I'll tell you what that is in the next round. We're going to go through all the numbers first. And at the end, I'll tell you what my regimen is going to be going into the next round. Right now, I'm just taking a break from enclomiphene and anastrozole. I am doing the BPC 157 peptide right now because I got to heal from the surgery. Yes, still have my little hernia belt on. But that's going well. I'm feeling good. A little soreness still here and there, but hopefully it goes away. Moving on to the next image, if I can. And we may have to figure out what's going on with this. Let's see. Yep, one we want. Sorry, folks. Here we go. And we're back to looking at the comprehensive metabolic panel. This is my glucose. This is how well I do with insulin and sugar. Seem to be doing pretty good. A couple of peaks, but 82 is not a bad number. Going on to the urea, creatine, EGFR, all that stuff. I mean, we can talk about what each one of these does, but I'm going to go through this kind of quick because this video was supposed to be out a while ago in July. So here, my numbers are green. They're good. Creatine is fine. Most likely a little high because I'm on it. I'm taking it. EGFR is how your kidneys handle blood flow and processing. So I'm glad that mine are good, seeing how I've had that looked at, and that's good. Sodium is good. Potassium is good, right? We're in the middle there. chloride, carbon dioxide, calcium, protein total, albumin, globulin. I'll go into these a little bit fast, but they're all green. It's all good. I want to take a look at the alkaline right, phosphatase, and I know it's a little low, which I had a write-up here ready to go and talk to you guys about what that exactly means. So let's see. That, here we go. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. So that, if it's low, it's an enzyme found mainly in the liver, bones, bile ducts, and the intestine. Labs measure this to assess liver function, bile flow, and bone activity, which if you guys ever see me, know me, shake my hand, I don't know, I'm pretty dense. Bone density is right on point. Common reasons for low ALT can be zinc deficiency, magnesium. As I'm saying these things, you can tell that I am not deficient, so I want you to get that. Vitamin B6, protein and calorie malnutrition, not me. Hypothyroidism, right? Low thyroid function, don't have that. Certain anemias, I don't think. And genetic causes, no, don't have that. So when it's low, it can be a concern, but if it's low in a healthy person, there's something else to take a look at. And that is what we're going to go to next, the AST. So when the AST and the ALT are normal, there's no sign of liver injury or inflammation. A slightly low ALT is not concerning. So my AST number just, verified that. So again, no low zinc or magnesium for me. These are non-issues. Non-issues. Here's the ALT number. It's a spike there. Here we go with our lipids, right? Our cholesterol totals, our HDL, and our triglycerides. Guys, I eat eggs almost every single day. So eggs is not going to kill you. Whatever your doctors say, like avoiding it, that's wrong. You want to fight and fend off dementia and Alzheimer's and things like that. This is it. They're also finding traces of creatine in people with very active brains in their older age. So take creatine not only for the muscle gain, but you also want to do it for the mental aspect. And there's energy that you can get from this stuff. So please do. I do. LDL cholesterol here, it's chopped down a bit. That's fine. And we're going to go with the white blood cell count, which is good. Nothing too crazy there. It's a straight line, constant, which is what I tend to be, and in many things in life, not just health. We have the red blood cell count. Now, if you're doing the testosterone replacement therapy, like a full-on tilt, you're getting testosterone, the cream, the injection, or Troche. Actually, I'm going to do that next round. So when I get off of this PPC 157, I'm going to do it. But your red blood count can be high, and when it's high, you have to go give blood because you're making a lot, and that's what that means. So far in my regimen here, lucky, I don't have to do that. Hemoglobin is good, MCV is okay, MCH. We're going to get down to the progesterone. Now here, I've had this done, and it looks like it's notably low. We're going to try and fix that in the fall. So what I did last Christmas, as you saw, was I took the MK677 peptide, which did shoot my estrogen way up there. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to talk it over with Titan Medical, I'm probably going to say, if I can keep on the anastrozole and the clomiphene, and then do the MK677 for a month or two and see what kind of mass I can build, I think I can turn the progesterone around. Correct. I'm looking for a 230, well, off season for me on the 212, 219. If I can turn that though into solid muscle, which, as you know, for surgery, for getting ready for pictures this year in 2025, I dropped to 201. So that's a fluctuation of 18 pounds, folks. So we're going to try and get the right weight. PSA total, 0.8. When I started this back in the day, it was 0.4. Went up 0.4. Not worried, not concerned. They did an ultrasound on me because I was getting something else looked at, and they said that my prostate's 40 centimeters, which is mid-size. No problem peeing, no problem with anything else, which that's going to be another podcast all on its own. Getting out of captivity, a relationship that didn't work for 20 years, and then finally experiencing what everybody experiences at 18. I'm now doing it at 50. So if I have a 20-year-old mindset in certain areas of my life, that is exactly why. So I'm definitely going to be something to reckon with here. PSA numbers, so we're good there. Vitamin B12, as we saw, that was solid. Again, not an indicator of anything failing with ALT or the ALP numbers. The thyroid is green and solid here, so we're good. Looks like to be pretty even. Again, this is when I was on the MK677, a little high here. Maybe it's an indicator of something, but I can tell you one thing. Maybe it's a little bit of an indicator because I was hungry all the time. No joke. You can actually try to lose fat on the MK677 because you're going to be building muscle mass. You're going to be eating. You're going to be hungry. Anyways, here's the trend for me for my testosterone. This we have my number is 678. Again, as you can see, it's been in a pretty decent upward trend. That is the highest number I've had. At this time, I was doing the Amari hormone pack. Well, almost, not all of it. I just did the hormone balance and the GBX fit portion of that, as well as the clomiphene and the anastrozole. And that's where my numbers were. I'd like to get around, be nice to get around 1100 or so, but we'll see. And the free testosterone, 120. So there you have it, folks. Those are my lab numbers. That is something that you can do every 6 months and check out what you're doing. You can get your refills for your prescriptions with Titan Medical. That's what I did. Oh, and so my next regimen from Titan Medical is going to be the anastrozole at 0.25 milligrams every other day, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the clomiphene every other day for 50 milligrams. And we're going to see how that works. If I can bring my estradiol numbers down, my estrogen numbers within, operating things, I think we'll see a better me. This year's physique, right before I went and did surgery for the hernia, I tried getting my abs where I wanted, but I think I was missing my biobiotics, trying to get the plant-based foods and nutrients into me. So now I might be taking something else over the counter that might not be so bad for polyphenols, and try and get that vegan, plant-based, berries, turmeric, plant and fruit antioxidants into my system more, because I do sit primarily on a carnivore diet, but I do eat greens and salad, which I'm going to be doing right after this podcast. So anyways, if you have any questions, if you have questions about blood work, if you have questions about the readings, if you have questions about your readings, which are more important than mine, comment below. Again, this is something I'm trying to show you guys how to win, sticking as close to raw as possible, being as natural as possible. Getting the testosterone therapy is not really anything of an enhancement, I don't think, because it's not a steroid. We're just balancing out your body's natural levels, which is the clothes we wear, the foods we drink and eat, the things that we sleep in, the sheets that you sleep in, all of that stuff has an impact on your endocrine system. And I had to go about and do it this route because the healthcare system doesn't want to help you. I tried working through my system up here in Norwich at Dr. Carcelli or something like that. He didn't want to help me. I'm now talking to another one here in Enfield. I got to talk to her, I think, actually in a couple of days. But she's going to want to see me off of this for like months because it takes a while for the stuff to clear the system, she said. So I think I might be cruising till like October. And then, like I said, come fall, November, December, whatever she says, if I can get a cheaper prescription through her, that's fine. And I'll save the money with Titan Medical to go and just do like the peptide therapies only. And then that'll be my advantage. All right. If you have anything else, comment.
The future of cyber warfare is already here. Advanced penetration testing, new tools, techniques, and AI innovations takes you inside the mind of the modern ethical hacker. Discover how AI-driven attacks, cloud vulnerabilities, and red teaming strategies are reshaping security. Level up your defenses and stay ahead of the threat. Get your copy today on Amazon or Kindle. Advanced penetration testing, where knowledge becomes your ultimate weapon.